Hey.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, yeah. I guess it was like pouring rain till like 1 minute ago. The weather is crazy. I don't care what Marco says. Climate change is real.
I believe in climate change.
Doesn't take two people to answer the door, Marco.
Were we just hiding a bike in our bush?
God, seriously, why are you so obsessed with me?
I am not obsessed with you. I live here. It's my bush.
Well, now it seems like you're obsessed with bushes.
I am not obsessed with bushes.
Yeah, you are, and it's weird because it's not even your bush.
It's in front of my house.
That you rent. You're borrowing that bush.
Well, at least I have a bush.
You're a bush
You live in
borrower.
an apartment.
You're a bush borrower. Bush borrower.
Oh my gosh, that was a clip from the new comedy series Killing It, which stars actor and comedian Craig Robinson, known for his famous roles in The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Mr. Robot, and now his new series on Peacock. Craig joins us live to talk about his latest role. Craig Robinson, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you on.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and Craig, we've seen you in so many iconic and hilarious shows, and Killing It sounds just as funny. Give us the rundown.
Killing It is about Craig Foster, who I play, and he's an honest man. He's down on his luck. He loses his apartment. He loses his job, and he goes around trying to get a loan so he can start a saw palmetto farm, but no banks will work with him. So he ends up hunting pythons with a Australian Uber driver named Jillian G.
Okay, it sounds very entertaining. And we saw in the clip we were watching a little bit earlier, you were doing some sign language. How was it incorporating that into the show? Was it your first time learning sign language, or did you know a little bit already?
I know how to sign the alphabet, and I can do numbers. So that's all I had. So I had a little bit of background. But I got to learn some more. I got to learn, shout out to Rick, my ASL teacher, who would come and coach me and coach me through the scenes. And so I learned a few things, but I couldn't carry on the conversation now unless I spelled out all the words.
Yeah, unless a lot of finger spelling. And for this show, you were reunited with Brooklyn Nine-Nine co-creator Dan Goor.
That's a lot of finger spelling.
Yeah, a lot of finger spelling. And I was saying you were reunited with Brooklyn Nine-Nine co-creator Dan Goor and executive producer Luke Del Trodeji. What was it like working with them again?
I trust them implicitly. I love working with them. I trust them to bring the funny and the heart. And I didn't know they were going to take such a dark, dramatic turn. So that's a whole nother level that we went to. But it was great. We have been working on this all through the pandemic, and so it's nice that it's finally out and people get to see what was brewing.
Yeah, and you mentioned there's some snake hunting that happens in the show. How are you with snakes? Do you have a fear of snakes? What was that like?
I used to have a fear of snakes, but it's gone because I was in Australia 6 years ago with my band, The Nasty Delicious. Thank you very much. And we went to an animal sanctuary. We met cockatoos and kangaroos. I held a koala bear, and then we got to the snakes, and they put a snake around my neck.
Ooh.
And at that moment, my fear was gone. I was like, wow, this snake means you no harm, Craig. I've been misled by the Bible and Indiana Jones. So I'm all good with snakes now.
Okay. I'm going to have to work on my snake phobia because there's still a huge fear of them. But can you tell us about the cast you work with? I understand there's a lot of breakout stars that we'll see in this new show.
Yes, we got Claudia O'Doherty. You've seen her before on Love and some other things. Rel Battle, who's a comic who's been around, who killed it as my younger brother. Stephanie Nogueras, who was my ex-wife. We got Jet. I can't think of Jet's last name, but she plays my daughter. She's amazing in the show. And then we got Scott MacArthur, who plays kind of my rival, and his son Wyatt, who plays Corby. And everybody, all great, smart people, great actors, and we had a blast from top to bottom. Just going into work and figuring this out. And I love that those characters got to have their own standalone episodes. Usually, you see, some just somebody doing a B story.
Right.
But Brock got his own episode, and so did Rel, and so did and so did Jillian G. So it was cool to see.
Yeah, it looks like a really
Real
great.
Isaiah.
It looks like a great cast, and the show takes place in South Florida, but the series was actually shot in New Orleans. What was it like filming in New Orleans? Because I read that you had to act during a hurricane.
Yes, no, a hurricane they created these gigantic fans, and the fans literally blew you around, and it was the water, so they made it a hurricane. It was freezing out there, and you were soaking wet. It was rough. But New Orleans is always fun. I love going there. I love filming there. The food is incredible. The people have magic in their hands there, so it's very dangerous eating wise. And then there's a celebration almost every week in New Orleans. There's always a fest of some sort. So it's a great place to be and thrive and have a good time.
Yeah, always a good time. And from your new show to performing with your band you mentioned, the Nasty Delicious, do you plan to take any vacation time anytime soon, Craig?
I need to. I have no idea, but I need to figure it out. Well, I have no idea when I can get that to happen. But yeah, because I keep on, my agent calls and says, "Hey, we got this gig for you," and I keep on jumping in. Yeah, sure, let's do that. So I got to figure it out, but good question.
Yeah. Well, Craig, thank you so much for joining.
Maybe I get to Sacramento.
There we go. Come to SAC. Come to the 916. We'll treat you well. Craig, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can watch your series, Killing It. You can catch it streaming on Peacock.